God of War has never been my drink of water. Previous games were kind of just button mash events of linear gameplay all the way up to an over-the-top QTE, and I never really saw that as my, my cup of tea. But God of War 2018, holy shit. I mean, previous games were really angry, aggressive. They were trying to be the lifted truck of the gaming world with the plastered American flag over the hood, back glass, license plate, all that good stuff. But this God of War, this is something that is special. The story is deep. It's methodical. The whole point of the game is to tell an endearing story of how a once greatly, essentially evil man has settled down and wants to just live the simple, humble life of an ordinary person with his son, Atreus. However, every possible thing you can think of is trying to stop him from just living a normal life. And yet, his one request to be filled is just to spread his wife's ashes over a mountain. But somehow, gods, giant monsters, everything's trying to disrupt his standard living of life. People not wanting him to live his life solely because of his past. It's just an endearing story. It's beautiful. It's 20 hours worth of fun. There is no cuts. The whole point is just to play solid, beautiful gameplay. And even though they're not trying to be over the top with these events like they tried in previous God of Wars, they still hit that over the top manner. It's almost like you look at the scene and it's almost like the actual concept of what was going on was second hand to the storytelling. They fit the fight around the storytelling first. They don't come up with the fight first and think of how can we shoehorn this in here. They came up with full story. Santa Monica Studio had a vision, and then they wanted to throw in that great fight that wrapped around. It was a beautiful dance of essentially story and gameplay. Everything, left and right, it was just beautiful. Everything about this game, just simply outstanding in terms of gameplay, fluidity, storytelling. I just can't stress it enough. The way the environment works, it's linear at some points and extremely open at other points. It somehow dances the fine line between being an open world game and being a linear game in such a way that it never feels like it's overbearing or underbearing or overwhelming or underwhelming. It just kind of does it. It does it right, does it good. God of War, I hope that future installments of other series can take lessons from this game. Very impressed with pretty much everything about it. There is one aspect that its exploration is kind of the design of the levels itself are really good. However, finding artifacts, the artifacts, hunting down the ravens, sub items, they're all kind of not the strong side of the game. It kind of bounces in between. Man, it's really cool that this is here, but this was kind of annoying. It's out of the way, and the payoff for finding said object or item just isn't quite worth it. That and also the RPG system is pretty watered down. It's there, and it's not the main focus of the game, so it doesn't really get in the way, but it's to the point where you say, oh, well, this isn't that good, but shucks, the rest of the game is so amazing that it doesn't matter. I ended up platinuming this and 100%ing just because A, I wanted the platinum, B, 100% in it was along the way to get the platinum because they're so close to each other, and C, I wanted to kind of convert this game to hard memory because I was so happy, so moved by the little details here and there with the emotional aspect of turning a essentially one-dimensional character who was just known as anger into something beautiful of a storytelling element that was just not present in most games. How do you flip around such a basic, like, easily made character into something so emotional is beyond me. So converting this game to hard memory is something I was more than happy to do by 100%ing. And I can't wait for the sequel. Everyone who hasn't tried this game, you got to really jump on it. It is just great. God of War 2018 is a new stepping stone in not only gaming, but it adds to the PlayStation 4's library of blockbuster hits that will go down in history. And when you look back to what made the PS4 good, this is going to be one of those examples. This has been Adam of ZoinkMeister. See you guys next time.